What's up, Internet? We are currently 90 minutes from the season finale of Wheel of Time, and we wanted to do a little bit of a little prediction, what do we think is going to happen, so that tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, when we do our spoiler chat live here on YouTube, you can be like, wow, you guys are idiots. You got it wrong. So we're going to do that because my name's Nerdy.
And I'm Clarus.
We get Nerdy Nightly.
And we thought we'd share it with you.
That is right. According to the Instagram promo, the final battle is here. And how do you think it's going to play out?
Okay, I just want to say, first of all, that my predictions for the finale would have been completely different without that promo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my predictions for the finale would have not involved the city really at all. It would have been Moiraine and Rand go off through the Blight, and the rest of them have to follow because there's no way in hell Lan is going to, let her go by herself.
Yeah.
And then there's no way that the others are going to let Rand go by himself.
I think that I would have predicted that, Moiraine and Rand would have almost made it, and then, would have got caught up with something in the Blight, and then Lan would have saved them at the last minute. And
yeah, something like that. But this A, makes it seem like Matt is in it. And B, there is a huge battle that takes place, and I can't remember the name of the city, which sucks. Our chat is going to tell us.
Yes, they will. We don't have live chat for this one, so we can't just look over here.
What's the name of the city, guys?
If you don't know what promo we're talking about, go over to Clarus Shakaris' YouTube channel. I think that's youtube.com/c/Clarus Shakaris.
Yeah, I have my
go
own
there
mirror.
because she did a reaction to it yesterday, and it's very fun.
Yeah, it's in a little
promo.
square because it was on Instagram.
Yeah.
And so I reacted to it because it's oh cool, they're putting out a little teaser, and it changed everything that I thought might happen.
So now that you've seen that, what do you think happens? Because this is the end of book one, right? Where do you think book one left this off?
I think that something goes horribly wrong, and the Dark One is released into the world, and he's either freed from his prison at the end of this book, or they get there and he's already gone, which honestly I think is more likely. I think maybe Moiraine and Rand get there, realize he's already escaped or something, and that's why they're attacking the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's a good call. I think the appearance of Matt in that promo really threw me for a loop.
Yeah.
Because I thought he wasn't in the rest of the episode. Barney Harris will not be playing this character in season 2.
Yeah.
So I wonder almost if he's just there when they get there.
Yeah, I'm are they reusing footage, or did they have some stuff already filmed?
I actually think that's reused footage.
I think so too. That shot of him that's in the promo,
because it looks like when he's fully under the Dagger's control.
Yes.
So I do think that it is bonus footage that was filmed for an early episode. It might have been an alternate take from an earlier episode or something like that.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think that is footage they filmed for this episode.
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with you there. Which is fine,
100%. Yeah, they're doing what they can, right?
Yeah, they've encountered an unfortunate situation and they're doing their best to make it work.
Well, and we saw that recently in Spider-Man. This is not a spoiler for Spider-Man, but there are some archival footage shots in that from previous Spider-Man movies that have been repurposed for that movie, and it worked fine. It was totally seamless, and I only noticed because I'm
You're a nerd.
I'm nitpicky for those things, but
you're a nerd.
I think that there were a lot of people that needed to be told that was archival footage and not just CGI.
Yeah, that's not something I generally notice.
Yeah, and so I think that I'm glad that they're acknowledging Matt in the finale. I'm glad that he's not just going to be forgotten about till season 2.
Yeah, don't worry about that guy.
I think that they're going to get there, and Rand is just not going to be able to do it, and they're going to have to be gonna have to come back later. I honestly think that's what it's going to be. They're going to get there. Rand and the Dark One are going to have a conversation. Rand is almost going to turn. He's going to have a cloak moment because he's Anakin Skywalker, and he's going to look at Moiraine. She's going to see the darkness in his eyes, and she's going to pull him back, and they're going to be we're going to go get strong, and then we're going to come back and do this again later.
Maybe it's Egwene who pulls him back if that's what happens.
I don't know that any of those people make it to the Eye of the World.
You're right. You were saying you think that they are at this city the siege of the
I
city.
think they're part of the fight, which is kind of weird because I don't know that any of them are particularly helpful.
Well, no,
Like-
Egwene has, like, virtually... Like, Nynaeve, we've seen that her power is explosive and can do crazy stuff, but that she doesn't necessarily have control over it. Egwene has put out small bits of the one power, but nothing...
the only time it's been successful was when it was tied to Rand's power.
Well, we don't know that that's the reason it was successful. But yeah,
It's heavily hinted
really...
at in that moment that
Yeah.
Rand, like, amplified it to be helpful against the Trollocs.
Yeah, like, so I don't know what she's gonna do. Perrin could do some, like, crazy Beastmaster stuff with, like, I don't know, maybe
If he's
sand
willing to get
snakes or
involved.
scorpions.
If he's
That's
down to be involved, you know what I
true.
mean? He might be going the way of the leaf.
Yeah, he did really seem to connect with what they had to say.
The whole leaf thing makes me so nervous that at some point someone's going to say that they're a leaf on the wind, and I'm going to start to cry. You know what I
That would be
mean?
rude.
Like, leaves are a dangerous metaphor for me, ever since the movie Serenity.
Yeah.
Because I love Wash so much.
Yeah, that's, wow, we
Anyway,
went there.
I've been thinking about it since we met the Tinkers. Literally since I've been like, the leaf.
To
I'm a leaf on the wind. That used to be in all of my bios for shows. I would end all of my bios with "I'm a leaf on the wind."
Wow.
And then because I wanted a nerd who like got it to like read my bio and be like, I like him. Anyway,
That's fair.
that's a whole other franchise that we're not going to get any more of. We are going to get more of Wheel of Time though because it's the most watched streaming show right now.
Which is very cool.
Amazing.
I love
Huge
to hear
success.
that. Yeah.
Do you think that we are going to see the Dark One physically in the episode?
Yes.
I agree, yes. Okay,
Yes.
let's make those predictions. Things that we can actually be wrong about. All right, do you think Egwene, Perrin, or Lan, or Nynaeve get to the Eye of the World?
Oh, out of those ones.
Rand and Moiraine will, but will any of the other four of our troop get there?
I think at least Lan gets... It's tough because I'm like...
Okay.
Are they going to split up? Honestly, maybe the Trollocs show up before they can leave and they just get stuck in the city.
I think that Lan and Nynaeve will not be in much of the episode because they're going to be in their room just boning down the whole time. No, I don't think any of those four make it to the Eye of the World. I don't.
All right, I'm gonna say they do, and we'll see who.
All right.
We'll see who wins.
Is Matt evil in this episode?
Yes.
Oh, see, I don't think he is.
Well, here the only reason I think he is, this has nothing to do with like story or character development, but that's because they have like the footage that they have of him is like under the dagger mat. So I'm gonna say yes, he's not a good guy in this episode, and you're gonna say he is.
Okay. Does the city fall? That's a tough one, right?
That is a tough one.
Because those scorpions that they have look real cool.
Yeah.
The ballistas.
I'm gonna say no.
I don't know why them looking cool would save them, but...
I'm gonna say no. The city doesn't fall. The city would fall if the Dark One showed up, which is...
See, I think the city will fall. I think the finale of this show is going to be Rand and... Here's my real big prediction.
Actually, I'm gonna agree with you.
I think Rand and Moiraine have to flee the Eye of the World because the Dark One is too strong. And I think that our merry band of friends and Min, because I think they take Min with them, and hopefully Loyal.
Yeah,
where did he go? I think
around.
that they flee into the Blight, because it looks like the Fade is taking the army north into the city, right? So I think that they're going to flee the falling city into the Blight, and our heroes are going to meet up in the Blight, and that's where they're going to have to figure out... Well, I think we're going to end the season with them meeting up in the middle of the Blight, and they're surrounded on all sides, and the cliffhanger is going to be that they're, like, screwed.
Yeah. I actually, you know what? I think that's the best. I'm like, maybe I can come up with something just to see like who wins. But I think that the city falls because in the episode when they arrive at the city, they're like, we don't need any help. We're strong. We can do it ourselves. And whenever that happens, there's always consequences. So I think the city falls.
Yeah, fair. I have two more questions. Do you think that...
Actually, maybe... Okay, you're going to say that they're going to get stuck in the Blight. I'm going to say they get stuck in the Ways.
Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah.
Is one of them going to fall forever? No.
Not yet.
All these are main characters in future books. I guarantee you that Min, Nynaeve, Egwene, Perrin, Lan, and Rand don't die.
Yeah.
I still think Moiraine dies in this episode.
I thought that Moiraine would die. Like, I agreed with you up until we got this, like, not like prophecy thing, but that the Emmeline seat would be her downfall. So I don't actually think she dies yet.
I think Swan's going to be in league with the Dark One.
Oh God.
I think that's where she was.
Really?
Yeah, because she was away, right? And she comes back. I don't know. Do we finally get the reveal of what's going on with Pat and Fane?
The peddler?
The peddler, yeah. Do you think we finally get some?
There will be something.
God, I hope so.
Yeah, because he's kind of just around.
He's
and
always
like
there.
you can do that, but you gotta have like it's been a whole season. We do need some kind of payoff. We may not find out everything, but we're gonna find out something.
I think that the city falls because he's in it, and that's how we find out he's bad. I think he's on the inside, and he causes...
On the outside, always...
No, on the inside, always looking out.
You're right.
Yeah,
no,
that is the Regina
Trollocs.
George version of the song. On the inside, always looking great. All right, and my final question of the episode is, you know my answer, does Moiraine Sedai die? Does she Sedai die?
You think yes. I'm going to say no.
I don't know. I feel like you get someone like Rosamund Pike, and then you Sean Bean the hell out of him. You know what I mean?
She's the next Sean Bean?
I think that Rand escapes the eye of the world and doesn't fall into the Dark One's clutches because Moiraine Sedai sacrifices herself. I think that makes sense. I think that's what's going to happen. I don't know how the Emmeline seat falls into that, but I just...
The reason the Dark One succeeds is because she shows up.
I get this feeling that Nynaeve and Lan are more than just, like, bosom buddies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get the feeling, oh my God,
Sorry.
You never turn your phone off.
You were out earlier and I made sure my ringer was on because I knew you'd call.
I know, but we're making a video and you have it, like, in your lap. Like,
sorry. I always have my phone on me.
I think that Moiraine sacrifices herself for Rand to escape.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think you Sean Bean Rosamund Pike out of the series. I think that Lan and
I love her.
Oh, Lan and Nynaeve are more than just bed buddies, right? I think that there's a real relationship there. I think that Rand and Egwene will end up together. I think that Lan and Nynaeve might end up together. I still think this whole I think Lan becomes Nynaeve's warder somehow.
Okay.
And I think that Rand and Egwene's relationship is sort of fixed because he becomes her warder. To hide the fact that he can channel. And she's like a weaker Aes Sedai that everyone thinks is super powerful future in the series because Rand is actually doing the channeling, but they like hide it by saying he's her warder, and that's why the Reds don't come after him. I'm predicting like way in the future, but like I'm trying to figure out how do we get there, and I think we get there with Moiraine sacrificing herself here. And so yeah, I do think it's gonna happen.
All right.
No, I said earlier they all meet up in the Blight. I think that Rand meets them in the Blight by himself. And that's how Lan finds out that Moiraine is dead is the final shot of the episode.
Because she's cut off the connection.
Yeah, that's my prediction.
Okay. All right.
Are there any characters that you think are going to show up that I haven't mentioned?
That I think are going to show up.
Like, no. I think Loial will do something in the episode.
Loial will be there, yeah, which is why I think maybe they end up in the ways.
Min is going to be important somehow. Pat and Fane, I think, is going to be important somehow.
Yeah, no, there's no one that you haven't... Like, I don't think Leandrin or any of the other Aes Sedai are going to be involved in this finale.
Will someone get to fight a Fade?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
Will it be Lan?
Will it be? Probably.
I could see Lan and Perrin taking down a Fade in this episode.
Yeah, I want I don't know about Perrin. Like you're right, he might go the way of the leaf, but I just want him to call up a bunch of scorpions and well, they're in a desert, so I'm trying to think of what animals.
Giant sandworms from Dune just come out of the ground.
That'd be dope.
Ooh, what about a cameo from Tom Marilyn?
I don't know if he comes back in this episode. I think he comes back in season 2.
Okay. I could see him having, fought the Fade and then, tracked it north.
True.
Maybe they're, in the city and he's the one that's the British are coming, and it's Tom Marilyn, but he sings it, and he's like, the British are coming, I'm a sad musical man.
I could see it happening, but I'm going to stick with he reappears in season 2.
All right. I don't know what other characters could show up. Rand's dad is still alive.
Nah.
That'd be fun.
I don't think he's going to show up. Maybe, do you think we're gonna get our first glimpse of those, the redheads?
The Aiel.
That's it. I'm
Ooh,
starts
that'd
with
be
A.
fun. It'd be fun for Rand to meet another Aiel and be like, wait a second.
Here's the thing.
Wait a second.
I don't really know where the Aiel live. So...
I think they live in the... I was about to say the Scorch.
The Scorch?
From Maze Runner. The Scorch.
No.
Have you ever seen the Scorch Trials or the Death Cure? Oh my god. Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. Aiden Glynn, something like that. He says the word the Scorch in his like Irish accent so much that the movie becomes comical because every time they cut to him he's like, "Are they gonna make it across the Scorch?" And it has stuck with me my whole life. Every time we think about the Blight, I'm like, I just think of him saying, the Scorch.
Oh my god.
They've got to get across the Scorch.
Yeah, no, I've never seen it.
Oh my god. It's so funny. It's like actually really good.
Alright.
And it almost ruined Dylan O'Brien's career, which is a shame because he's a really talented young actor. But they're actually fun movies.
Alright.
Because they don't take themselves as seriously as like Hunger Games does in the
right.
last couple. But very fun.
Yeah, I don't know if the Aiel live anywhere in the vicinity of the city, so I don't think... I think they might be a season
I think they do, though. I think
thing.
they live in the desert, so they could.
Do they?
Yeah, that's why they have their, like, hoods and stuff.
Oh, I thought they were on... When I saw that, we were in, like, a snowy mountain.
That was on Dragon Mountain next to Tar Valon, though. So, like, that's not where they live. We don't know. You know what? At the end of the day, at the end of this video...
We're probably going to be wrong about most things.
We don't know.
Yeah.
This whole video is just us
pure
saying
speculation.
Stuff that we think might, like, just coming up with random stuff.
Yeah.
I'm so excited, though. It's in an hour. I need to upload this video so people can see it.
Heck yeah, you do. Before we do our outro, we just want to do a shout out to gamersubs.gg. They are partnered with us, Nerdy Nightly, Clark Dracaris. They sell really, really delicious energy drinks, 0 calorie, 0 sugar. So if you need caffeine and coffee just tastes bad, because that is the truth, you can get this stuff instead. I hate coffee.
You can also get really cool waifu stuff if you want.
Yes, they have waifu
titties
cups
on your shirt.
I love having titties on my shirt. They have like waifu cups. They have like fun T-shirts.
This video was so brand friendly until we did this.
Whatever.
Which is funny because the only not brand friendly part of this video is the brand part.
It's fine. They don't care.
No, they're great. And
they're
honestly,
great.
the flavors are awesome. Try the blue raspberry. And pretty soon, they're going to be announcing new flavors that we have already tried. And we're going to tell you all about them as soon as our representative gets back to us and says that we can. Because we don't want to get in trouble with our sponsor. But thank you to gamersubs.gg for making this all possible. And y'all, if you want more Wheel of Time content, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow here on the YouTube channel, you can join us for a live conversation, the final television conversation of the year on this channel in regards to Wheel of Time. But not the final Wheel of Time video, because pretty soon, 2 Fridays from tomorrow, we're going to start our book club with the first quarter of Book 1, The Eye of the World. We're going to be going through the entire series here every Friday morning with you all for the foreseeable future, because there's 14 books and the prequel. Sorry, there's 15 books. We're going to get through all of them. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we hope that you join us for it, because we are just so excited. These 8 episodes, the 7 so far, and the one we're anticipating tonight, have really drawn us into this world and made us fall in love with it.
Yeah.
And we're just excited to get further and further up in Robert Jordan's brain and, see what's going on in there, kick the wheels.
Yeah, sure.
See if he's got a lot of earwax, So that's going to be fun, and you're going to do it with us if you want, and you won't if you don't want to, because that's how consent works. And it's really important that we have your enthusiastic consent to read books with you.
Wow. This outro is like an 11 out of 10.
Thank you.
Make sure you
I'm
follow
proud
us.
of this one.
Yeah. No, we you can tell we rehearsed it beforehand.
Use coupon code Clarus over at gamersubs.gg. That's subs with 2 P's, 2 P's, 2 G's, and a whole lot of energy.
Wow.
My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Clarus.
Do something nerdy tonight, you dang nerds.
Bye.
Bye.